The U.S. government shut down on October 1st, 2025, and counting. Hundreds of thousands of federal workers furloughed, projects frozen, while the system squeaks along on autopilot. If federalism was meant to keep power close to the people, then why is the car now careening down the freeway with no driver? We treat states' rights and national sovereignty like sacred relics, holy words carved into parchment, until the shutdown hits and we discover that neither side has the keys. Then all of their noble talk becomes just so much bureaucratic wallpaper. We pretend our maps mean something until DC stops paying the light bill or approving infrastructure. In a world of instant communication, shared infrastructure, and global chain reactions, those borders might as well be chalk outlines in a rainstorm. Federalism was meant to protect liberty. It sounds noble until the wheel comes off and the patch job falls apart. These days, when systems break and nobody's in charge, federalism mostly just protects politicians from being accountable to anyone beyond their donors. The Constitution was written when the fastest way to send a message was a man on horseback, when commerce meant tobacco and timber, not terabytes and algorithms, when emails were pigeons and the environment meant wood, water, and horse manure. Back then, interstate commerce meant wagons, not online platforms, and national security meant muskets, not global supply chains or cyber threats. So when a cyber attack in Beijing takes down hospitals here in Dallas, whose jurisdiction is that? Because the last time I checked, states' rights don't apply to ransomware. But today, an October 1st shutdown halts everything from grants to federal loans to infrastructure approvals. We're trying to govern 21st century systems on 18th century blueprint, and it's glaringly obvious when the lights go off. We built a system that can stop a king, but not a shutdown. It can stop a tyrant, but not a data breach. It can regulate whiskey, but not TikTok. Congress can shut down the government, but can't secure its own servers. We have 50 states, 3,000 counties, and zero coordination on the things that actually keep modern life functioning. It's not federalism anymore, it's feudalism with Wi-Fi. Liberty doesn't mean being left alone in chaos. It means not waking up to find highways underfunded, cyber systems vulnerable, government staff unpaid, and infrastructure stalled. It means a system that protects you from bad actors, foreign or domestic, without treating citizens like suspects. If your freedom means your kids can't access federal programs or a piece of government you rely on is offline because appropriations lapsed, then you're only free in name only. Because when the shutdown hits, local control becomes a euphemism for no control. And let's be clear, this isn't about give Washington more power. It's about redistribute, reform, and repair. Term limits, judicial reform, ethics in government, institutional decay fixed, not masked with partisan theater. Real freedom in the 21st century means owning your data, your privacy, and your digital footprint, not having them auctioned off by corporations or stolen by hackers while Congress argues over whose fault it is. That's why this isn't a partisan debate, it's a constitutional one. We need a constitutional convention for the 21st century, not to rewrite freedom, but to secure it. The founders promised us self-government. The 21st century demands self-preservation and systemic competence. Maybe it's time for a modern constitutional convention, not to rewrite liberty, but to update the operating system. Because if federalism can't prevent a shutdown that halts federal paychecks, freezes infrastructure, and cripples system reliability, then what's the point of calling it of the people? So here's the question. If the government can't even secure its own infrastructure just to keep the lights on, who's really governing whom? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's see if we can rebuild this thing, or at least keep watching it collapse.